Hi everyone, welcome back to the Moneywise. My name is Benhar. I hope you guys are doing well. So if you haven't watched my previous videos where we discuss how to build your own portfolios with 1000 euros in 2025, if you haven't watched, please watch the video. We have discussed different types of investment strategies. Of course, that video was for information purpose, but do understand your own risk and appetite, understand your time horizon, understand your own finances, and take decisions accordingly. For today's video, we'll talk about Germany's social security system. To be honest, if you ask me, this is the most important topic or subject that one should be aware, because there are five different pillars and which forms the all social security system. We will discuss all these five pillars. What are those five pillars? We will discuss in what scenarios you would expect a benefits out of these pillars or out of this social security system, and what contribution you pay, because no matter you work part-time, no matter you work full-time, there is a certain amount that you have to contribute each month from your salary. So we will discuss how to calculate these contributions on for the each pillar, and that's all overall the video is all about. I hope you watch the video till end and learn something new, and let's get started. So let's look into the all the pillars. Each of them, there are total five pillars, and let's look into one by one. First one, health insurance. For a note, we will looking into the health insurance from the perspective of a public health insurance. Basically, there are two different types of insurance in Germany. One is public and one is private. This is a totally different topic, but for now, making things simpler or keeping things simpler, we'll consider the case as a public from the point of view of public health insurance. So health insurance, this pillar covers the medical expenses including doctor visits, hospital stays, medications, and preventive care. Up to certain amount, condition applies. So as the name suggests, this is the health insurance, and this take care of your expenses related to your health. Let's say you have been hospitalized in the hospital, you have certain medications, you have a doctor visits. These are be taken care as under the this pillar. The health insurance is also known as a Krankenversicherung. So that's the typical health insurance pillar, and this is what contribution. So basically, it is around 17%. This contribution is basically based on providers to providers. There are different providers who is charging around 15 to 20, in a range of 15 to 20. So for this example, we'll taking as a 17% of your gross salary. So that is, and but again, you don't have to worry, you don't have to pay entire 17%. This is splitted between your employer and employee. That means 50% you will be paying and 50% your employer will be paying. And in some cases, there are also cases, let's say, what if you are not working? Let's say you are unemployed for a couple of months or a couple of days or what, for a couple of months. So what during this period, in some cases, the government will also contribute to your towards your health insurance. So the calculation looks like 5,000. Let's say in this case, we'll consider as a you're earning 5,000 per month. So 17% of 5,000 will be around 850 euros, which is further splitted between you and your employer, which comes to your the money from your salary will be deducted only 425, but not 850. So that will be only deducted from your salary, which is 425. That's how the health insurance is. Basically, there are this health insurance covers most of the most of your illness, most of your health related expenses. It is around 90 to 95% of your diseases or your medications are covered, but there are also a certain amount which you have to pay out of your pocket. That is maybe your admin fee, or that will be any some minimal fees which is not covered by your provider. So this you have to check with the provider as well as the hospitals, because most of the time 90 to 95% your expenses are covered with by the your health insurance. So moving further, let's look for the unemployment, the next pillar, which is unemployment insurance. As the name suggests, this pillar will take care when you are unemployed. That means this will offer financial support unemployment benefits and job seeking services for unemployed individuals, which is time limited. It's not like you are being unemployed for years and months and months and years, so that things doesn't work. So but if you are, there are certain conditions that you need to fulfill to avail those permanent unemployment, or to avail a certain amount of certain period of unemployment. But you, this pillar will take care of your financial expenses. This will take care about your job seeking services, because there are a concept of a job center. These are the governmental or like organizations. These are the organizations funded by or supported by the government, which is called job center, where you have to go apply for the unemployment services. They will also help you to get the job, and there are also, they will also help you to resume building. They will also help you to enhance your learning. Like let's say you wanted, let's say you are from technology, and then there are some courses which you can avail to upgrade your skill set, so that you become more competitive, so that you get a job. So that assistance is also provided by the job center. So basically the country, and for this pillar you will be contributing around 2 to 3% of your gross income, which is further splitted between employer and yourself. So that is not only that the contribution will be between you and your employer. And the, let's take the 3000 5000 as an example of your salary. 3% of 5000 will be around 150 euros. So 150 euros, you will be paying only 75 euros from your salary. That will be your contribution towards unemployment insurance. So moving further, for the public pension, as the name suggests, this is a public pensions. And this pension is not only not only for the government employees, but even if you're working in the supermarket, even if you're working as an engineer, or you will be contributing from your salary certain amount towards this pillar. So provide, this means like this provides you retirement benefit, as the name suggests, pension, which is a retirement benefit you will be getting, disability pension, survivor benefits, and survivor benefits. So also known as gesetzliche Renteversicherung. In German, this is known as a gesetzliche Renteversicherung, which is a public pension. Contribution is around between 17 to 18%. Again, don't take these numbers as a 100%. It would be, some cases it will be 15%, some cases it will be 20% as well. So but for this, this will be around 17 to 18%. That would be your contribution. Not only your contribution, but this will be splitted between the employer and employee. But the condition applies here. The contributions are required for a minimum qualifying period of 5 years to qualify for the retirement benefits. That means you have to contribute towards this pillar for minimum 5 years. Only then you will be eligible to avail the benefit of a public pension. Now the question comes, what if I work only for 3 years and I go back to my home country, or I go somewhere other country? What would happen to my pension, or what will happen to the contribution what that which I have contributed for the last 3 months? In this case, you can claim for the pension refund, but you have to be aware that the contribution, whatever you contributed, will be only can be only claimed and not by the employer. That means, let's say in the last 3 years you worked in a Germany, and then due to some reason you moved out of Germany, or you went back to your home country. So this 5000 euros will be as mentioned, this 5000 was splitted between you and your employer. That means your own contribution was 2500. Once you move out from the Germany, you can claim for this 2500 as a pension claim, as a pension refund. So that what you can do, if you stay less than 5 years in Germany, and if that was your deducted and your pension was deducted. So to apply to there are certain providers to how to handle this pension claims that you have to check in the market. So but for this pillar you need to contribute at least 5 years of your salary. Only then you are eligible for the pension, public pension benefits under this pillar. And the contribution and how the calculations will be, for let's say we take the same amount as a 5,000 euros, you drawing 5,000 euros gross amount per month. 18% will come to around 900 euros, which is further splitted between the 450 from your side and 450 from the employer side. That's how the contribution will be for a pension, public pension. There are also we are taking, there are different types of pensions. Again, there are different pillars of the pension, but here we are talking from the point of view as an employee and from the salary. There are other products as a pensions which are individual, which you will be contributed on your own, and that is a different part. So but for here we are taking as a pension under pillar. The next pillar, long-term care insurance. This is also known as a Pflegeversicherung in German. Basically this covers care cost for individuals who need assistance due to old age, illness or disability. As the name suggests, long-term care insurance, if you are ill for a, if you are disabled for a longer period, your 50% disability or 90% of disability, certain amount of disability you are, and due to which you are you need of nursing support. Like there are certain nursing homes which will be taking care, which will be visiting to you to take care of your, or if you are old, that period of time you will be dependent on some medications, or you will be dependent on certain assistance from the others, or like this nursing care. So that kind of expenses will be covered under the long term care insurance. So people helps people who are in need of care and dependent on others people assistance. Like in this case what we discuss as a nursing, sometime you would be dependent on the nursing care due to your illness or due to your disabled or you are old. So contribution will be around 3 to 4%, which is splitted again between your employer and yourself. So the total contribution, the calculations will be around, let's say 5,000 of 3% of 5,000 euros will be 150 euros. This is splitted between employer and employee. That means 75 euros you will be contributing from your salary towards the long-term care insurance. The next pillar, which is the last pillar of this social security system, accident insurance. As the name suggests, this pillar will take care when there is an accident and due to which you are having some financial troubles, you are not able to work. That point of time these pillars will take care. So this is also known as Unfallversicherung, covers work-related accident, occupational diseases, and rehabilitation. So that means any disease, any illness which is occurred due to your work related. Let's say you're working on the desk for hours and hours, and due to which you are not able to work, or some burnouts or something. Like say you're working on the field and cut your hand, or anything which is damaged to your health, so this, and you fall into the accident, these kind of costs or this kind of expenses will be covered under the accident insurance. The covers you in the event of accident at work. It does not apply to a private accident. So one point I need to highlight here is this doesn't cover your private accident. Let's say you let's say you work from 9 to 5, and at 6 o'clock you plan to meet your friend or your family or your relatives, and during after work you went on to the place and something happened, or something happened during the transit. Let's say 5 o'clock you left the office and you wanted to meet a friend. So that point of time you met with an accident. So any cost which is incurred during that transit or after your work will not be covered under this accident insurance. This is only purely based for the any accidents during your work hours. So includes commuting accident and occupational diseases financial benefits. So also commuting, sometime you're commuting from your one side to another side of your, or one office to another office, and that time you commit for the accident, that point of time this will be also considered. So this is again, you don't have to contribute for this pillar. Your employer will fully contributing towards this pillar. That means it is purely, you don't have to pay anything, so but your employer will be paying. So that is also under the accident insurance. So that's what all the five pillars will look like. And thank you for watching. So I hope you watched the video till end. I hope you learned something new. And if you have any questions, if you have any suggestion to the channel, please update. Please write me into comment box, and I'm happy to answer them. And that's all for today's video. I hope to see you soon in the next videos. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel till now, please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends, with your colleagues, and who share with them. And that's all from my side today, and I hope to see you soon in the next videos. And till then, thank you.